Hey guys, Bug Out Beck here. I'm just going to be going over some more reviews here, kind of. I know when it comes to prepping, a lot of people are always thinking off-grid and how can you survive off-grid. Um, and that's great. Obviously, you want to be able to survive off-grid. In today's day and age, though, I believe in being prepared for every situation. So there's going to be a lot of times that the grid will still be perfectly fine, but we still want to be prepared. And as we know, today's day and age, everything is mobile app based pretty much. So this is just a few apps that I've found over the time that I believe would be good for being prepared. I've messed with these a little bit. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are very basic. Going over the first one here, I categorize my own little survival and emergency app. First aid app. This one's actually pretty cool. It's got symptom checkers. You can check to see certain symptoms depending on what's going on with your patient or yourself. Information for CPR or choking. I would suggest being CPR certified, obviously. Different types of accidents that can occur and what you need to do for those. Car accident, patient is still sitting position, conscious, etc. I mean, it goes through pretty much every scenario you could think of. Narcotics, poisons, allergies, what to do for certain insect bites. It's really cool just how detailed everything is here. How to take care of gunshots. So everything here you can find in the App Store. I use a Droid. I'm not a big iPhone fan myself, but everything here can be found in the App Store. Going on next, once again by American Red Cross. They have some really cool apps, American Red Cross, on here. So this is the SOS Emergency. This one I haven't dabbled with a whole lot. It's if you hit emergency, I believe it goes and calls different, depending on emergency call. If you need to just access emergency call real quick and I guess can't dial 911 on your pad or whatever. But then it has different topics for what you need to go through here. This is just kind of like they have quick care, different things to do. Like this one says, yikes, downed wires, what do I do? What can I use to soothe a jellyfish sting? Don't urinate on each other, people. Alright, so that's kind of a basic app. This one's really cool. This is the U.S. Army Survival Guide. It actually already has it from where I last left off, apparently. But it's just a PDF file. I actually own the book itself, but I thought it was cool that they had an app. But it is a PDF version of the U.S. Army Survival Guide. So I know there's a way to look at. There's supposed to be a way you can search stuff. Pretty sure there's a way when you first install it to look at the table of contents. There you go. So you look up whatever you're trying to look for. So you just look for, I don't know, shelter. Enter. So I typed in shelter. Sorry guys, I don't have the proper setup for this. Typed in shelter and then it gives you a bunch of different, where you can skim through the pages and click them and look at different information. So this one's talking about different shelter stuff. So cool app there. This one, it could come in handy if you don't already have a flashlight that does the SOS pattern for you. This will do it for you. I don't know how easy it is to tell on the camera, but it flashes red and it does it in the SOS Morse code pattern. Extremely simple, but you think about it, it could be very useful if you needed to sit that somewhere while you're doing whatever you're doing. Obviously it might not be seen from a plane, but hey, it could be seen from somebody, right? Just a nifty app to have. Keep on going. U.S. Military Survival Manual. Yep, this is basically just like I had with the other one, the Army Survival Guide. This one's just laid out a little bit differently depending on how you prefer to have it. Firecraft. So you can see it gives you a menu. Yeah. Going on another American Red Cross one. This is American Red Cross Radio. I haven't really messed with this one too much, but I don't know. Apparently it's playing music right now, but it'll actually give you emergency information as it arises. Here's another one from American Red Cross. It is for hurricane preparedness and what to do for hurricanes. I definitely like this, of course, being in Florida. So it tells you what you can do right before a hurricane, during a hurricane, after a hurricane, plan ahead, make a plan. So it's really neat. Just everything it'll tell you what to do, what you need to do, how to do it. So I definitely like this one being in Florida. This one's pretty cool. It is a prepper inventory. So it's pretty cool. You add in what you want, name of what you want, total quantity needed, how many you have in stock, quantity type, such as gallons, units, whatever, cost, if you need to know how much it costs, and then categorize defense, hunting, food, water, shelter, clothing, fire, cooking, tech, etc. So it's really cool. It's just basically a list, a digital list. I always keep a paper list in my bug out bag, just because in case I don't have battery power or whatever the case may be. But it's just kind of cool they have a digital version of it. This is just another first aid app. This one's pretty cool too. It's kind of like the other one. Tells you what you need to do as far as heart attacks, bone and joint issues, whatever it may be. What's kind of cool about this one, if you look up top here, it might be hard to see on the camera, gives you, like for myths, for example, which is kind of cool. So the myth is the best thing to put on a burn is butter. It's like, what? And maybe some of you have heard of this, I've never heard of this, but then it goes on and explains that putting butter, ice, or margarine on a burn is actually bad. And then it tells you why it's bad, and gives you the fact, and then tells you what you should do. So it's kind of cool, it gives you different myths. And then, of course, it has another section for kit that suggests what you might need in a first aid kit and how many you should have of it. It's saying aspirin tablets chewable only have 2. I don't agree with that, but that's because I believe in, more is better. And this particular last app, I'm a little disappointed with that. I had to write the creators because I can't seem to get every aspect to work, but it's called Practical Preppers. And it's a really neat looking app and looks like it would be really useful, so I'm hoping they'll get it to work for me. I can't get this first page, I can't get any of these to click: water, food, shelter, energy. I don't know why those won't click. It's got different tools. It's got a flashlight, which is cool, but when I click it, it doesn't actually come on. Now, I mean, I already have a flashlight app on my phone, so that's not that big of a deal, but I still want to write to them and ask them why the heck is that not working. Everything else seems to work fairly well. Navigation, I bet you thought it was going to be a GPS, huh? It gives you a compass. I already have a military sighting compass, but, it's kind of a cool little thing. But the app's seeming to have a little bit of issues, but I wrote to the creators because as you can see, it's having issues even just loading. I think that if they fix the bugs, this would be one of the coolest apps ever for prepping usage. It's got the different tools we're talking about. It's got checklists built in here as well. It's got supposed to be shopping, and this page also seems to not be working. I think this is maybe a new app, and maybe that's why it's not working. And then it's also got a list here where you can put how much water, food, shelter items, etc. I haven't done this yet. That's your report card, so you know how you're doing. It's also got this little profile section here, and you can put how many people you're preparing for, the climate zone that you live in, etc. And it gives you this thing called Prepper Tracker. I believe as I fill out more profile information, my water and all that stuff, it'll tell me how well I'm doing. So it's kind of a cool app. So guys, those are the apps that I have. I'm sure there's some other ones out there that could be useful. Biggest things I find with apps are going to be, obviously checklists, first aid stuff, and then like the Army survival guides. So those are pretty cool. So remember, even though obviously we want to be able to prepare for off-grid, at the same time you want to be able to prepare for on-grid. Because as always, be prepared.